Okay, so maybe we'll do something like... it's too much clashing, so let's try... Those are going to there. What's up, man? How's the audio? Can you hear everything all right? Can I play any metal songs? Like what? Let me go back to my presets. Audio's good? Good, man. Appreciate you. I'm running a new mic, and I've never used them with my phone. So, yeah, let me finish warming up first. This is Chon. This is some math rock. Let me make sure my audio's set up. Cool. Some corn. It's corn. Corn requires me to grab my 7 string and tune it low. I can riff. You ever hear a telly sound this? And someone the other night jumped on and was asking for, what was it, Unholy Confessions? I wonder on the live stream. It was like, I don't know. It was fun though. I like doing some requests. I don't know. Why am I picking that up? I don't want to play any Maiden though. I've played a ton of Maiden. Or been trying to get the perfect squeal, but I find it a bit hard. Yeah, it's different, and especially on every guitar, it's slightly sounds better in different places. But it's all like the ergonomics of getting a pinch harmonic is just like barely any pick shows. And what I'm thinking about doing, Lars, is pushing through the string. So like when you strum a string doesn't go up and down; it oscillates. So it's going to do a figure eight. So what I'm doing is I'm plucking down and I'm kind of like poking that thumb out, just subtle. I'm kind of over exaggerating, but think about like pushing through, and as it's coming up on the oscillation, hit it. And different picks can help. Like I usually play with the Jazz 3, but lately I've been playing with this. With the Jazz 3, it's a lot easier for me. Yeah, I'm in drop. Hold on. Yeah, sort of. That's sort of the idea. And I find different picks make it easier to, like, I usually play with a Jazz 3. So Jazz 3 helps because it's less surface area. But you can really do it with anything. You just have to choke up on the pick. You know, like I'll even use like the standard Fender medium, and these were my favorite when I was playing a lot. These are D'Andrea, their version of a Jazz 3. It's basically the blend of like a Fender medium or a Fender heavy with a Jazz 3 form. But then I mean like even with the traditional Fender medium pick, I use the side of it. I don't use the straight down part. So I'm playing with the shoulder. But yeah, same thing. You know, and it's going to be different. Like the other thing you need to test, Lars, is where are you doing it at? Because it's gonna change the sound of it. Versus, and every guitar is different, so it's just a lot of trial and error. I mean, once you get the general technique, then it's all about moving your hand to find the sweet spot of what you want. But I'm with a Fender medium, so don't think that it is like pick exclusive. Like I gotta go buy another pick. Like that's every starter player's pick. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember why I used to like these picks so much. Just feels a little. Oh, I appreciate it, homie. That help? That open you up at least? That's so cool. Those are just sus chords, but you can do so much with them. I'll see you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Dude, I like this. This is a Fender Heavy, and it's got like a really big shoulder. It feels good in the hand. Let me get something that's got a little bit more body to it. Alright, let me think about this. Where could this lead? If I want to go from this. Put a little tremolo on there. Alright, that's kind of groovy. Just kind of messing around. Oh, then we could probably go up there. Where do I want to sit? Alright, so now let's build a riff out of that. So what am I playing here? Drop voicing. What's up, man? Dude, it's like a 2 against 3. I definitely like it to have more space. Yeah, man, I'm just kind of coming up with some progressions to write with. What I might do is fire up my MPC. Alright, let's get a loop of that. Ah! Uh, too happy. Alright, let me wait for the loop around. Ah. does this want to go? Hang on, let me stop this. I don't know, man. What's up, dude? Ah, obrigado. That's all I know in Portuguese. I'm just kind of messing around. Dang, I can't remember it. Let me pull it up. I'm trying to get this song memorized. This is Rosewood by Chon. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. How you doing tonight? Hang on, let me grab my Strat. I need something with a tremolo. What's up, homie? They're well, Brock. Um, I'm studying spiritual formation and New Testament. So right now I'm reading Romans, First and Second Timothy, and Titus, and I'm halfway through the book of Romans, and I have to have that done by this weekend. I should probably be doing that right now, but I feel like playing guitar. I was on the phone with a friend for an hour. Spring Core birthday today. I love this time of year because this is when I get to catch up with all my old Marine buddies. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for paying for college. You're in the book of Ezekiel? Nice. What are you learning? Let's see. I was in Old Testament last semester. I read all the major and minor prophets. And then we read. I wrote my big paper on the Book of Psalms. I wrote about the Gentile nations and God's plan, which is like crazy when you study it through that lens. Makes you really appreciate who Jesus is, considering the history of the Gentile nations. I haven't played this guitar in a while. Oh, thanks, Christopher. It's good to see some other Christians on here. I ever since I've been posting Christian videos, I've been losing subscribers left and right. I mean, that's fine, but I just thought that was interesting. It's just interesting that on live stream it's the opposite. Um, yeah, man. I said the same thing to my professor. I said like if you just replace Israel with like America, here we are. And it's so funny. Like one of the things I would talk to my professor about in length is like I feel like as modern humans, we give the ancient people like a really bad rap. Like they're idiots. They didn't know any better. You know, they're unintelligent. And then you fast forward to modern day society, and like the biggest book that people read is, Facebook, and that's it. And it's like it's really no different. No different times. You know, the people have changed, but the story is the same. That's awesome, man. Well, it's good to have you here. I'll say this. My Old Testament course made me really appreciate Old Testament. I would say like growing up, I don't know, I kind of got an interesting story. I ran from faith for a while because it was weaponized. I was in a place where Southern Baptist, Mississippi, the fear of the Lord was literal. Now the fear of the Lord is more like I would say reverence. Is probably the best word I could use to describe if I had to put it in one word how I feel about God. But yeah. So coming back to it, I didn't really care that much for Old Testament. I thought Old Testament was Old Covenant, Old News. And then my Old Testament course, getting into there and really diving in deep. Um, my professor used to say like we got to learn how to get into the sandals of the prophets, and like practicing exegesis made me really appreciate the gospel more. But yeah, also read it for what it is too. That's called reading it through a Christology. Um, Yeah, have you ever heard of a technique called divine reading? Divino Lectio, I think is how you say it. I don't know how to speak Latin, so if I butcher the pronunciation, you can look it up though. It stands for divine reading. Um, yeah, what else was I going to say about that? I read a really good book. One of my books last semester. Where is it? I think it's in my other on my other bookshelf. It's called "Preaching and Teaching the Old Testament for All That It's Worth." I would encourage you to grab a copy of it because it teaches you like the only trap you need to avoid is like read the Old Testament for what it is and then read it through a Christ-centered, like you should read it through both lenses, and also read it for the allegories that it presents. Like that's the cool thing about Scripture, is that doesn't matter how many times I read it. Every time I come back to something I've read in the past or studied in the past, I always take something new from it. That's something I think is kind of like a shame in Eastern or Western cultures is we've kind of lost a lot of like the divinity aspect. And I guess I can't speak for everybody because the Orthodox are really good at maintaining it in Orthodox traditions. But one thing I see is like it feels like a lot of, and I guess I can't speak about all Christians. So just when I say this, take it with a grain of salt. because it may not apply to you. But I feel like a lot of Christians forget about the spiritual aspect of Christianity and like divinity and the whole spirit side and the mystery side. I feel like the Western culture tries to make Christ and really God and the whole Bible like an objective science, and they completely remove the mystery of faith. And I feel like that's a really dangerous pitfall because the moment you start doing that, it's like you're humanizing God, you know. But anyways, yeah, I'm not sure what that has theistic moralism. What do you mean by that? I'm only new in my theological studies, so I don't have all the answers on me. I'm a first semester seminarian. But I'll say this too is I'll share the first experience I had with divinity and reading the Bible. Like before coming back to Christ, I studied a lot of world religions. I really enjoyed Zen and Buddhism. I still take a lot of like Zen practices into my Christian tradition, but the difference is like where Zen taught me how to like detach from body, I attach to Christ. That's the biggest difference now. But my my meditations and my prayers are very similar, structured wise, physically at least. I would just say the spiritual practice is slightly different. But one of the interesting things is, I study a lot of Zen, I study a lot of paganism. I really enjoyed paganism because I like their earth centered approach. My issue with where I'm from is that it sounded like most Christians just made it sound like they were just looking forward to the rapture so much that they forget to live in the present. And it's like also they just drilled the fear that it's just like you just hope that you have repented enough from your sins like right before you die so you have your, hellfire insurance and you get into the gates of heaven. I didn't really like that aspect of it because it took you out of the present, out of the moment, And um, I had a shrink trip that led me to Christ of all things. But before I really converted over or came back, I was losing Charlie, my dog. I talked about it in the latest video I put out, but I was just really stressed, man. And I was really stressed out. I just started this company this year, and I've just been putting a ton of work, getting the Tollmaster Pro course up, and getting clients to work with them, and then I was dealing with my dog dying, which I've had forever. And then my son was on the way. It was just a ton, right? And I was just really struggling to hold it all together. But I was because I had to. I'm in my family. I'm the husband. I'm the head of the household. And I had just finished reading the gospel again. I was finishing Luke, and I was like, I want to read some Old Testament. I haven't read any Old Testament. I've been mainly in the New. So I was like, just happenly ran into the book of Job. And when I read Job, man, it just hit me. I was like, holy smokes, this book, like, if you actually let this book speak to you, it does. And it was just very real, and it was a very relational experience. It wasn't like a fearful experience, if that makes sense. But Old Testament's beautiful, man. And Old Testament is real, really real. Like, I really enjoy Old Testament. Like, one of my favorite prophets is Daniel. Like, the stuff you can learn from Daniel, like Daniel chapter 3 talks about he's getting ready to jump, being thrown into the fire, and he looks and turns at Nebuchadnezzar, and he tells him like, "My God has the power to save me in this, but even if he doesn't, that's okay. I will not worship your gods or your idols." And like, can you just imagine like the balls it takes to do that and the faith it takes to be there? Like, I don't know. That was one of my favorite Old Testament books I read last semester. But let me see. People are on their goodness because they measure themselves against other people. Yeah, and those who live by the law die by the law. I read that in either First or Second Corinthians. Let's see, it's all interconnected. Well, I appreciate it, Christopher. Those are high praise, man. Wow, man. Brock, what's her name? And I don't know if you're comfortable sharing, but I'll pray for him. Yeah, and I think like the interesting thing, man, is like I've loved, I guess like you really got to understand my story, and we don't really have time to spill it all out here. But I love self-help stuff, and it's like when you read a lot of the self-help stuff, it's like founded in spirituality. They just remove God out of the equation, and like there's still truth in that. There's still parts of the puzzle, but it's like faith. It's just I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just mystery, or I enjoy the mystery side of faith, but I'm also a mystic, so that's a fun thing to look up. Christian mysticism. A lot of the orthodoxy still practice it. They just call it orthodoxy, but it's like here in the West, we try to understand everything. Nah, man, please do. No one else is really chilling now. Your student would been. Yes, we still reference Old Testament. Nice. Um, in your Jewish tradition, I'm curious how you read the Old Testament, like Isaiah, and what's your view of the New Testament? This neck is so interesting. Sorry, I'm just. It's like I'm relearning this neck. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, one of the only prophets that haven't died, and some argue that he is equal to Jesus, which is crazy. I mean, David paid him a 10% tithe. Tells you all you need to know. shoot. Hang on, I need to slow this down. This last solo bit, it gets me tripped up every time. And then I'll read your comment. Sorry. All right, now let me read what you're saying. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother. Today is also the Marine Corps birthday, so happy birthday, Marines. All right, let me read what you said, Christopher. Brock Meklachai Zedek, I can't say his name. He's also mentioned, I think, he's mentioned in a couple of different places, like 3 other places, I think, or 2 other places. I get what you're saying. You ever read the Kabbalion? Brother can ask you for your help. All about a fingerstyle solo, reactive arrangement of your song, Sweet Child of Mine, new vision on YouTube. What are you saying? I don't know what you mean by you, Brock. You dig the Strandberg? I do, man. I really do. So much so I've got on my mind that I kind of want to sell some gear and get a boat in, but I'm also reminding myself I have all that I need. Let me see. What's up, Josh? We're talking theology and guitar. My life. Hold on, let me see. We studied as an active picture. Let's see the connection. Dude. Interesting. I want to look up some Jewish what they came up? Like there's a really beautiful mystic tradition. But I believe Christ as the Messiah, you know, but you can make good money doing covers, dude. What you mean? It was good seeing you, Brock, if you're getting out of here. Brock, I'm gonna keep your family in my prayers. Yeah, I'm playing it right now, Matt. And Matt, I released a video on it. So, yeah, I still use it. It's what I'm playing on right now. What you want to hear? I'll pull it up. No promises right now though, because my let me pull it up. All right, I got it pulled up. No promises on the level of depth I'll be able to study this though. Right now, my schedule is crazy. Some Sabbath. Oh shit. What you got? Like sweet. Let me see what. The only problem with covers is like some covers get me dinged on YouTube, and if you get enough dings, you can get in trouble. So I got to be careful with what I play. That's why I was surprised what you're talking about with the covers. But because I used to do covers all the time. And then technically I was playing Chan. Some Johnny Be Good? I don't know any Johnny Be Good. It's crazy that Johnny Be Good is like becoming more popular again. I don't know, when I was a kid, none of that was popular. It was like all Metallica. But some of the stuff I've been studying lately is like a lot of classical. And bluegrass of all things. Like, feels weird without being on my acoustic. time is it? Let me grab my acoustic and I'll play you some DMB. Now we're talking. And I saw your comment about Matthew. I have two. I thought you were talking about Isaiah earlier. Where are you from, Christopher? I've been learning, and for Josh, I've been learning satellites. Let's do. And I gotta get going here soon. I gotta get ready for bed. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I'm in Colombia. We've talked about this in the past. I apologize. I've just had a wild, wild time. Y'all getting cold weather down there right now? Because it is like freezing up here. All right, let me put the backing track to this. All right, let's play this with the band now. Boom 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 satellites in. Oh yeah. Sorry, homeboy. You gigging a lot down there? Oh, do you know my friend David? David. Shoot, what is his last name? Big guitar guy. Why am I drawing a blank on this? I talk to David all the time. Sync. Damn, how did I go again? I gotta get this memorized, dog. I want to steal that idea, to be honest. I like how he uses those sus chords. He uses them all over the place. And also another thing that Dave Matthews does a lot that I've noticed is like in this part, in the chorus, he likes doing that move a lot. That bum, 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 he does the same thing here with Crash Into Me, that bass line. You know, same thing. Except on these. That's also like very Police-ish. Oh yeah, dude. It's the same thing here. The liquor license in South Carolina is just killing everybody. It's a really bad time to be a musician. Here we go. What song is this? I was just messing around with Message in a Bottle by the Police, just jamming. Oh yeah, New Brooklyn Tavern. Did they close down the one in downtown? That's crazy because it just moved. Their new venue looks sick. I haven't been to it. The New Brooklyn Tavern scene was, at least at the other place, was interesting. You just never knew what you were getting. But now it's out in 5 points, I think. Dude, I want to start a bluegrass gospel band. I worked there one night. I did, what did I do there? Oh, I just worked the front. They needed someone. Someone backed out last minute. You know Carlin? Where'd all my volume go? What happened? I gotta get the guy who worked on this to work on it again. This guitar is so resonant that all the work he did to it has come undone. Oh yeah, he's the sound guy. Fair enough. Dude, next time you're in town, you should let me know. We should get lunch or something. Email's probably gonna be the best way to get in contact with me, though. I have, well, it depends. Now I'm trying to promote myself again because I'm trying to get back on the horse. So I've been checking Facebook more often, but I've deleted all social media from my phone, and dog, it's like having freedom. I know it sounds silly, but it's so true, man. It's so true. But all right, brother. Dude, it's been good catching up with you, Christopher. I'm serious though. Next time you're in town, catch up with me, and we'll get lunch or something. Or worst case, we can go to Guitar Center and look at stuff. Oh yeah, dude. There's a Mexican food truck in West Columbia that's like they don't speak English there, so you know it's good and authentic. Yeah, either Facebook or email would probably be the best way to get in contact with me. I'm friends with Carlin, so if you follow him, you can probably find me through there. And then my email is just DamionAndyMusic@gmail. I love this guitar, dude. It's hard to put this one down. I'm also friends with David on there. 2 people. But I'm always down to talk theology and guitar. Yeah, She needs some more work. Uh, the guy who did all the work on her, literally, it's all undone, and it's just a jumbled mess in there. So I don't even think the microphone is hooked up correctly in it. But that's not his fault. This guitar is just so resonant. And I got this at Guitar Center. I was gonna buy a Gibson. I was gigging a lot in an acoustic duo. Was this with Ethan? I don't remember if this was with Ethan or when I was gonna play with this band called Torn Clover. But they were doing a lot of either way. One of them was doing. I guess this was with Torn Clover because I had uh, the Canadian guitar when I was playing with Ethan. But I was gonna get a Gibson. I was looking at the what do you call them? The Dove and or the Hummingbird, and I was looking at the J45 because J45 in my ear is like the guitar, and I was also looking at Martins, different Martins, and before I pulled the trigger on a Walnut J45, I happened to see they bought this, and the guy who bought this guitar bought it as a made in Mexico Taylor, so it was priced at $700. Dude, this is a $2,200 made in America Taylor. So whoever sold this guitar to Guitar Center is an idiot, but I don't know. I guess I could just say by the grace of God I got it. Because usually when I hear of Taylors, usually they're super bright, but this just sounds like a guitar to me. Like this is the acoustic guitar sound, you know what I mean? It's so warm, it's like a blanket. And it resonates like insane, dude. All right. Good, good, good. Well, I'm using these new microphones, and hopefully that helps too. I used to run directly in, but my rig is all kinds of mess up right now, and I'm also in between Windows and Mac right now. So, oh, nice, 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 nice. Well, yeah, man, it's been good hanging out with you, homie. It's good catching up. Hopefully life keeps going your way, and hopefully I get to see you soon. But all right, I'm gonna jump off here and go get ready for bed. I got some Pokemon to play.